So is that rolling? Can you say that into the microphone? My name is Mike, and I've been drinking all weekend.
My name is Mike, and I've been drinking all weekend. Well,
Okay.
I did have a Bloody Mary this morning.
He's our
So, yeah.
Technically.
And now I'm babysitting these for 3 fuckers. Holy shit.
Well, there is a fourth. We just.
Who's
Well,
that?
we're not going to talk about the fourth.
I need
Oh, the fourth. Well, yeah, I used to have a producer, but not anymore. Oh, co-host. So now I'm doing the show. Actually, we're actually recording right now too. That's the way I do it. I just roll right into it. You know, I don't believe in introductions. Maybe 10 minutes after the show started, kind of like you're watching a Marvel movie. You know, you watch the first 10 minutes, then all of a sudden you see
it pops up.
It pops up. Marvel
Avengers. All right, cool.
So yeah, this is the first show of my new season 4, I guess.
Nice.
And me back, hosting alone, producing alone.
Wow.
We're gonna rock this shit.
Heavy is the head
man.
that wears the crown.
Heavy it is, sir.
Well,
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is Hammered. I want to thank everybody for watching, whether you're watching on the Naughty Donkey Productions YouTube channel or listening to it on a YouTube. I already said YouTube, but a podcast platform such as iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you subscribe and get your podcasts. And on this episode of Hammer, we got the guys from Nirvana in the house.
yay.
Yeah, we got Mr. Rick Logan. We got Mr. Aaron Rodriguez and Mr. Brian Campbell. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Hey. Is that the camera we're supposed to?
So, yes, that is your camera.
We didn't go
right
over
there,
the logistics.
Aaron. Brian, if you ever want to just get personal with the crowd, that's yours on the wall there.
And
Yeah.
He will.
If you want to make love to the camera, that's where you're going to do it.
That's what I'm
hoping
doing
for
all
that.
right.
And Rick, that's yours, right above Brian.
Oh, cool.
Right there.
I'm looking straight at the mic.
We got-
This is a sophisticated setup.
Rick's
So
like,
many
Mike.
cameras.
Rick's looking at the mic hey, what's
I
up,
like
guys?
There's a camera right there. Yeah.
So how's it going, fellas?
It's good. It's a good day, man.
Yeah.
It's hot.
We had
No, it's hot as balls out there.
Hot as balls.
We had a good time
Yes.
before we came out here.
Tell me, what y'all do before you came out?
He was the host, so let him tell you.
We shepherded goats.
Okay, so we have to set the stage for this because we're just getting right into the Nirvana trivia right now. Is that okay? So if you don't already know this, I'm looking at you, camera. If you don't already know this, the real Chris Novoselic raises goats.
Man.
This guy who plays
The role.
also raises goats.
Yes.
So that's what we were doing. We were
So wait, get back to that. So you actually raise goats too?
Yeah, so we were just hanging out with goats.
looking at.
Are they the fainting goats?
No, so
It was a dog goat.
yeah.
Dog goat.
What's a
Nubians,
fainting goat?
You've never seen a
Lamanches.
fainting goat?
No.
Yeah, you just here we go. I'll get right into this.
Are you going to Google it right now?
Yeah, we'll go to
Okay.
YouTube. There's
Okay.
fainting goat
Fainting
videos
goat.
all over the place.
Yeah, we should watch that.
Whoa.
Oh,
What was
whoa,
that?
whoa,
Oh,
jeez.
it's
It's
the
my
brown.
cheap mic setup, man.
Okay.
I can't believe you've never seen a fainting goat before.
No, never heard of it.
Oh my god.
Right.
So they just fall over?
I
or-
feel like I've seen that somewhere before, but I want to see it again. Anyway, just
I
why
mean,
not?
this is like some weird shit. Let's.
Only two things are
we
forever.
gotta sit
love
through an ad,
and Liberty
though.
Mutual,
Damn
customizing
YouTube.
your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
So, we'll just jump right in here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man. They got right up.
No. So this is like
is up with that?
an actual breed of goat that does this?
Just goats in general, right? I don't know.
Brian.
Like,
can you
Brian.
touch on
I
this?
say specific breed of goats. I'm from Ronnie's local goat expert.
it's like a nervous system reaction. They
Yeah,
just
their muscles tense up when they're stressed, and they just fall over.
Damn.
look at that one.
Man, that is sad. Oh, poor guy.
So it's like goat ALS.
Goats.
Yikes.
All right.
Okay.
Not good.
That's
but-
not very fun.
I'm so glad I asked.
And now we're stuck in a wormhole of fading goats.
Do not click to the
what
right,
more?
whatever you
wonder what
do.
else
Those
you
recommended
have.
ones are what get you. All right.
Inappropriate sports photos. Oh God, I kind of want to hit it.
How did that happen?
Sounds like a win.
Mike, what are you looking at when we're not here? How did that get there?
I don't know. Let's just get off YouTube right
Let's
now.
pull up your history. In other news,
Have you seen that one meme where it's like something where somebody, I forget what the reference was, but that little goat is running and there's that trench that they dug for some piping or whatever, and then he was stuck in there and somebody pulled him out and he runs and he jumps right back in the hole. Same hole.
Yo, dude, was that a goat or a deer?
It was like it might have been a fucking sheep or something. I don't know. Fuck, man. It was like a goat, but it made that, you know?
Okay.
It was like,
one of those.
It ran, I've seen it.
It was
yeah,
an
dude, he
animal.
ran right back in the same damn hole.
jumped in it. I was like, you little bastard.
And that guy was working his ass off to
I
get that
know.
goat out.
Uh-huh.
But
That's
look,
weird.
Aaron, you've been educated. Fainting goats thing.
Thank you.
There they are.
I
They
am
exist.
forever in your debt.
Now we need to see one of yours do it.
Road trip to Brian's right after this.
True.
Just sit there and see if we can scare goats all night.
They don't
Facts.
faint.
I know they're good goats though, from what I experienced. They're
Loser
cool.
goats, man. Come on.
Yeah.
So, hey, man.
Yeah.
So, Rick, you've been on the show with your former band. Oh, my God.
Revelous.
Revelous. Yes. Y'all had a cool-ass logo, too. I liked it. But now, I remember talking to you shortly after Rock the Pig last year, and I think you were working on this. And now here it is, man.
Yeah.
You're a Nirvana cover band. Tell me about it. How did it come to fruition?
It was. I tried to involve members from Revelous. You know, it was just. It's not an interest for everyone. You know, it takes a certain type of people to organize this, and it was just between Craigslist and Facebook, I guess. It just formed there.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be the right people. And it's one of those things you wait for a while as a musician, to be grouped up with the right people to do all the right things the right way. And it was quick, right? I would say it was fairly quick.
Yeah.
Who did you meet first?
Brian.
Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just, like reeks of Chris Novoselic, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he could smell
Literally.
It smells great.
He could smell it from far away.
Yeah.
And he was attracted to my pheromones.
Uh-huh.
And then we eventually smelled Aaron.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
He was actually
He
our
smelled-
second Aaron.
Well, he
that
smelled
we
like Teen
smelled.
Spirit, so it
Yeah.
was great. You know, it just was
I have no
wonderful.
comment on my smell or the smell of others, but I do want to correct something.
Please.
So this band our name is pronounced Nirvani, right?
Nirvani,
In
yeah.
case nobody knows that. It's Nirvani.
Has an eye on the end of it.
I on the end of
Yeah.
it. And we are a tribute to Nirvana. There's a big difference when you get into our world
Yeah.
from tribute to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to clarify that. In case
I stand corrected on that.
Yes.
I believe I did say cover
Thank
band.
you.
Okay. It's just I've had so many tribute bands and cover. Like a cover band, I guess, is someone that just has their own unique band name and their own unique style, and they don't try to mimic anybody. But they go out there and sing other people's music all
Yeah.
the time.
Right,
That's
right,
a cover band.
Yeah.
So I've had several tribute bands on the show
Mm-hmm.
from the Triangle area, like Foo Fighters cover band, which you guys played. No, y'all haven't
No,
played with
not yet.
them yet. Oh, man.
That's Joe Hero,
Joe
right?
Hero,
Is that, yeah.
It'll pop
Yeah.
up.
I've heard of them.
Something will come up with them. I
Mhm.
hope. You know, it would be great.
Yeah, they actually played last night at Bombshell Brewery. Something. They're a pretty good band. I've
Nice.
seen them. Yeah, the guys you played with was that in High Point?
Deep Six.
Deep Six.
Six,
They've
yeah.
been on the show.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah,
they've
they've been on the show. They're a bunch of cool guys, man.
Yeah.
But you guys are
Good
the
show.
first Nirvana tribute band I've ever seen, like in
good.
this area. And I went to that show at High Point, man, and you guys killed it, slayed it. It's better than what I thought, man. Like your voice, it's nobody's going to be able to get Kurt Cobain's voice or Lane Staley's voice. There's just
Right.
some singers you're not going to be able to come close to. Well, you're there, man. You're there. You got the raspiness of, yeah.
Well, Nirvana was a huge influence for me anyway, in music generally. It's why I started playing, and that's when I met with these guys. They asked me what my story was behind why doing it, and it's more of a paying homage to this group than really anything else. So it's cool. You get to a point in your life where you've done the original music thing and whatever, and then this is just fun. It's straight up fun, and it works. And there's a lot of people that are into it. It's just a good time to start a Nirvana tribute band. Why not?
Yeah.
So it's just been just top notch the whole way. Like we haven't had It's just easy, right? It's there's a lot of work behind it, but when you're able to work together the way that we have been, no problems, man. It's fun the whole way through.
Well, Aaron, how long did it take you guys to meet up and get together? And
We were just talking about
so
that.
fast. Yeah, I think we met on Facebook or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the thread thing.
Yeah.
we were talking
No,
about.
there was like a Facebook group ad that I saw, or a
Oh,
post.
yeah.
Is that what you saw too? We never even really talked
It was-
about
he was
this
on
actually.
Craigslist.
So I
Yeah.
found him on Craigslist.
Oh, Craigslist.
And you
Yeah,
were Facebook.
and he and I
yeah.
have
Okay.
been sharing videos and stuff for a few weeks. When I think he first found you, maybe through Facebook.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
posted on Facebook.
Yeah, I had an ad up in one of
We're
the
a
groups. I think it might have been the tribute
guitarist
group.
and bass player looking for a drummer.
Yeah, and I didn't realize at first that this was a new band. I thought it was an existing band.
Oh, yeah, right.
And so I was like, oh, I never heard of these guys. And I had just played a show with Nevermind like 2 months before I
Right.
saw that, which they're done now. But
they lost you, of course.
no, I mean, I opened for them with another band. I wasn't in
okay.
Nevermind.
And that was another tribute band for Nirvana?
Yeah,
Nevermind?
they were out of
They were,
Atlanta. They quit
okay.
last year. But I had just played a show with those guys, and I was like, man, that was really fun watching them, because after my band was done, I got to watch them play. And it was really fun watching them, and I was just like, man, this would be a cool tribute. And it was like 2 months later I saw that.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
Worked out really well.
Oh, man, you guys are guilty. I mean, it seems to me like sky's the limit for you guys.
Mhm.
You got the look. I mean, tall bassist, kind of look like a younger Chris Novoselic. You know, is that the hair?
It's the hair.
It's the hair, yeah.
Yeah, the hair helps a lot.
How'd you get lucky and find a guy with long hair like that?
You can tell that story.
Well, the truth is that I didn't have this hair when we started.
Oh,
It just grew
and
really freaking
I
fast.
found a YouTube video about goats, and there's a particular type of goat that if you,
Don't
well,
finish that.
I'm not going to tell you the rest. It's a wig.
oh.
It's a wig, viewers. It's not real.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody's going to remember that. It's nobody.
Yeah.
But that's the good thing about this band. I'll
Redacted.
just have to note on
Strike that last
the
comment.
appearance and the performance
Yeah.
is we're trying our very best to, replicate what you would see at a show, whether it's the mannerisms, the movements, the stumbling across the stage, all that
The
stuff.
weird faces.
Everything, just the strange aspects of what Nirvana was, we're trying to capture and recreate that so that when, like, the younger generation that's into it now, Nirvana has become, a thing again, and just when they're out there watching, we want to replicate, like, what we saw,
Yeah.
and it's that type of show that it's just how it grabs you, and it's really important, and it's important to us to respond, in that way so that everyone can receive the same type of show that it truly needs to be, shown as. So we're doing it. We're polishing, but it's.
So do you sit down and watch like hours of Kurt Cobain and like his performances? Or,
All day
Like,
long. That's
all
all
day.
we do.
Well, for me, it was personally. I've been into this since I was a kid, so
Yeah.
I kind of like learned everything, learned all the songs, and had them just under my belt. And then the idea came, and I already know that most of the songs. I don't really have to learn them. I might have to revisit them, but it made things a little easier, and it was just kind of like set already for me personally, individually. So this was more of an easy thing.
I bet you've watched all the documentaries on Kurt Cobain at least 20 times.
Yes, I just finally watched the montage of Heck, and that really gave me more of an insight to
That's a
who he was as an individual.
Soaked
Like,
in Bleach. That's one too.
That's
He's-
another one. Yeah, there's a lot of. I try to avoid like the stories about the death
Courtney
and
and
stuff.
all
Yeah,
that, yeah.
I just want to watch the stuff that
About the
showed them-
music.
yes, the
Yeah.
music and the performance. Regardless of what happened between him and her, the performance
Yeah.
is what is the main focus of everything, and that's what makes something like this work. Is you don't want to be like what was his name? Damn it! Why can't I remember his name? Heath Ledger. And he got so into that role as the Joker that it killed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't want to start shooting heroin or anything. You know what I mean? So that's whatever.
Yeah.
But there was reasons behind why there was usage of that too. We just discussed that earlier, and it was more of a self-help thing than a I'm a junkie.
Yeah.
So it's good to learn those things from watching the documentaries and the videos and stuff, but it helps you too, like when you're putting the show on, at least playing an individual like that who had so many problems and issues with the world and the way things were, being able to channel that is hard.
I can imagine.
But
Yeah, especially because a lot of their performances, especially, they were so spontaneous and organic. Like, you didn't see them do the same thing twice ever, and that is almost impossible to replicate. But
but we do pull from the material that we have available to us, and it's been working out pretty good for the start of things. So just expect nothing but more from us as we progress into the show and polish everything.
Well, before we go any further, let's give the audience a little taste of you guys. I'm going to play your trailer video on YouTube. So,
no.
Yeah, let's give everybody a little taste of Nirvana. Let's see.
This is from the last record.
Most people don't own it.
Yeah.
This is from the last record. Most people don't own it. Oh, when are y'all going to play that one about a girl?
We do it.
We do.
Y'all? Okay, y'all didn't do it that night at High Point.
We
did.
What? Where was I?
It was when you blacked out.
Oh, my God.
God. It was earlier
During
in
the
set.
foggy part.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys.
Oh, man.
Disclaimer.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, we have three fine young men from Seattle.
Y'all from
They're
Seattle?
coming. Hold on, they're coming.
Evidently.
Apparently, all right and decent fellows. Here they are. Nirvana.
I like that. I turned my head for 2 seconds at the concert, and she's like, "Look, he's on the floor," and then he stood up.
Yeah, I fell too late. Stupid song.
Say enough nice things about them. They're going to be really big stars. Let's get
There
them
they
out.
are.
Nirvana.
Nirvana. Check them out soon. Yeah,
Please.
I'm excited. I'm ready to see you guys again. So it's going to be, July the 9th at the Poorhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raleigh. That's a good
Yeah.
spot too, man.
It's small. It's real personal,
It's
you
quaint.
know. Yeah.
You can feel
It's
the
going to
room.
be lit.
Very much.
Lit.
Yeah.
They got a vinyl shop right on top.
Yep.
Yeah, I went through that vinyl phase, and that lasted for about 3 months. I
Yeah,
quit
man.
getting them.
It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough. Yeah, but that should be a good one.
So where are you guys from? I mean, I know you're from this area, right?
I'm not from here. No,
No.
I'm from. We just talked about that too. I'm from Maryland.
Yeah.
But I ended up moving out to Los Angeles, and I was there for a good while, and then I moved here in 2008.
Yeah.
And just started playing music as soon as I got here. I was like, I gotta find a band, man. So, and Brett started then. So we've been around for that long. I had another band called Truant with my brother, and that's always like something we talk about, wanting to pull back, you know, and start again. But it's just too busy, man. Always stuff going on, all of us. So, but this is what's happening, man. This is it.
This is the one, man. This is
where
it.
it is, man. It's like I said, we're having fun and people are enjoying it from what we can see so far. So we're doing something right.
A tribute band like this with that sound that almost sounds exactly. It's a real good tribute to Nirvana.
Awesome.
You guys could like travel the country with that gig. You know?
It's good to hear that.
I mean, I'm not a person that's an agent or anything. I'm just off of my opinion. You know, it sounds like it.
For those of you that are agents, we very much want to tour the country and the world and beyond.
Immediately.
Come get us.
Well, I know Guns N' Roses tribute, man. They travel all over and they're making big money.
Yeah.
Big money.
Night Train.
Night Train.
Yep,
Yeah. You
know
know Lee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a friend of the show. He's come in a couple of times.
Yeah, we've known him for a while, man.
Are you from this area too, Aaron?
No.
Or no, from somewhere
I'm
else?
from California originally.
Cali?
Came here in 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Drums always your first instrument, or?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, since as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Good.
I also teach drums. So yeah, it's
learn
what I
from
do.
him. Yeah, he'll teach you.
I want to learn guitar, man. Like I got an acoustic over there, and I keep like getting on YouTube, and there's this one guy. He has like a little class, and I'll get up there and learn how to play. Like I learned how to play the first chord of "Creep" from Stone Temple Pilots, and then I just lost it. Yeah, it was a Fender guitar, and there was this one chord I would hit, the one fret, and it went bang, bang. It was broke. No matter, it was just that one fret. It was broke, so I sent the guitar back and got a new one, and haven't even played it since then, man.
Now's the time, right?
Bro, too much shit going on, man.
I know.
I got, this, then I got work, then I got, trying to work out, rehab for my hip.
What about when you're taking a dump, man?
Just throw a guitar across my lap. And
that's
just
the best
go.
time because you got nothing else to do. Put
He
your
asked
phone
the
down.
important
And,
questions.
I have no filter.
What we really want to know, Mike, is what
How are
do
your
you
poops,
do?
Mike?
How?
Do you feel irregular?
Actually, I'm the most regular I've been in a while. You remember South Park?
See, now we're
Mr. Turd.
Mr.
or
Now
whatever?
we're talking
Mr.
about that.
Hanky, yeah.
They look a lot like Mr.
Poop
Hanky
jokes.
now. Yeah.
Nice.
Brian, how about you, man? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm actually one of the few rare from the Triangle people. I'm like there's 10 of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got goats, so you have to be from North Carolina.
Yeah, well, that's a new thing. I moved from Cary and, got into the middle of BF, right? So, yeah, it's a good time. Been in a bunch of little bands around the area for a long freaking time. And, yeah, this is a lot of fun, this particular project. Really enjoying it.
No, man. How often do y'all hang out?
Today, I think, was the first day besides practices, but
we really just met each other.
Yeah.
Like, this is so freaking new.
Yeah.
It's like Rick and I met each other 4 months ago.
at least. Yeah, so
Our first rehearsal was February something.
28th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or 26th, sorry.
It went really quick.
Yeah, I remember seeing your posts on Facebook about that, your band and all that, getting the new band together and stuff.
It was time.
can
It
make
really
thunder.
was. It was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I
He's
didn't.
going to play drums right now.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He will. You can't stop him.
You know,
You need a hi-hat there. You need something.
in a souped-up tempo.
No, that's
Everything needs to be played linear.
okay.
I can bring a guitar in here. I can't bring a set of drums in here.
Oh, no way.
There's a chair we could smash.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, so
We
can
should have
rip
removed
these
the
cords
chair.
out and strangle each other with them.
I'm
Oh,
honestly
Jesus.
still, and that was because I talked to you about this too. I had that wisdom tooth pulled out that week of that show, of the first show, and played, and it was crazy how there was a process of getting comfortable on stage that day. I won't repeat any of it, but
no, you don't. I mean,
tequila was part of that.
Yeah.
I'll say that, and a lot of the stumbling around on stage was real.
So when you smashed your guitar at the end of the show,
Oh, gosh.
afterwards, did you go, "What the fuck did I just do?"
No, I specifically made sure that I had a guitar that I could do that with.
Yeah.
And I was expecting it to break on the first or second
Don't
hit.
try this with your brand new guitars, kids,
But
that
it's-
you got for
yeah,
Christmas.
you know,
Please don't do
I
that.
got it from some other dude on Marketplace for like $55.
It's just an act.
But
Yeah.
really,
It's
our
good,
whole goal is to give the people that never got to see Nirvana live and legitimate experience of what that would have been like, and that's just a part of that.
Yeah. This is, I mean, some people like to know, the inside workings of things, and that's good to, kind of give that up every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to receive that we're trying to like really do the whole thing.
Yeah.
in all
Experience.
aspects. Yeah, exactly.
The
Like you want to
experience.
feel like you are seeing these guys again.
It was
you know?
completely cool to me, man. Just
Right.
like I'm singing along, I'm like, yeah, this is man. Oh God, they sound good, man. With the music is on point. Y'all played. A lot of people that like Nirvana are like me. They know In Utero, they know Nevermind, they
Right.
know the Unplugged album, and they know one song off of Bleached, and that's About a Girl.
Basically,
So
yeah.
y'all played at least 2 other songs off of Bleached that I had never heard, man. And I was like, wow, that's
Did we? I can't even remember. I can't remember what I
yeah.
said.
It was
We played About a Girl and
well, the one you closed with.
Negative.
Negative Creep. Yeah,
Negative
yeah.
Yeah.
that was
That's off of, and
that had to happen.
I had to listen to it on the way home too. I was like,
Yeah, we
just
do.
to hear them play it.
We
Yeah.
do more the live version where it's more like raunchy and
Mhm.
grungy, opposed to like back then when they recorded that. They were like fresh in the studio and they were trying to sound somewhat decent.
Yeah.
And of course, as years went by, they just did their true show, and sometimes it was not the most exciting thing to look at. But like what I remember, Kurt had made a statement that it was, you can do bad as long as you do it with passion and conviction. So that show will, the energy will, and that's what they were known for mostly, was that energy that you saw. It didn't matter if he was hitting like chords that were off or not perfect. It didn't matter what was going on stage. It's not just a band that performs, does a performance musically, but visually, it's a big thing. So that's a big part of replicating this band that can be not necessarily a struggle, but just getting the mannerisms, like I was saying earlier, and the movements and the times to do certain things is tough. But
I know you talked about Heath Ledger earlier, and he dives into his role. There's a documentary on Netflix about Jim Carrey when he played Warhol, Andy Warhol.
Oh yes. I saw
And
that,
he completely went into. And I'm sorry, Brian, I can't.
Oh,
see
no,
this
it
damn
was-
computer. It's all
It's
in the
okay.
way.
I'm just looking
Well,
at
he
you
was
through
sleeping.
the monitor.
Andy
He was taking a nap.
That's what it was.
Andy Kaufman.
Yes.
Yeah, Andy Kaufman.
Yes.
And he went into that role like even when they weren't shooting, he was Kaufman, and he was like pissing everybody off.
And when he did remember the
Yeah,
comedian?
what's his name? The
I-
mustache guy,
Yes.
and he had the makeup
He had the
on.
microphone walking around, and you go up to people and say, "Hey, what's your name?" And before they said their name, they're like, "Boom."
Yeah, he would not break character. Even
man.
even when Courtney Love was in that movie, and Courtney Love came on scene, she never met Jim Carrey until the end of the movie.
Wow.
Until they stopped filming, he was like Andy Kaufman the whole time. The whole time. It was.
Dedicated.
And Jerry the King Lawler was in that movie, recreating the whole thing, the wrestling thing, and they hated each other. Jim Carrey, he never met Jim Carrey. He was with Kaufman the whole time, and it was amazing. Just watch that documentary. That is going to the umpteenth level right there. That's taking it above and beyond. So
That's a true tribute right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great example of what a tribute of something should be,
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bands, they'll do tributes and stuff that I've seen, and I'm new to the tribute market. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. But seeing bands in the past that I've known, some bands will say, their tribute, but they're not doing the whole, the whole 9 yards as far as doing the, suit up, man, be the part, benefit more from it if you can, and have other people benefit from it as well by seeing that show. And like, wow.
That's a really interesting subject too, because I think people do want like permission to be like fanboys. You know what I mean? Like, because people want our autographs and to take selfies, and it's like we're not Nirvana, but whatever we're doing gives people permission to just play along, pretend, and it's all just
they're part of
fun.
the show. It's part of the show, and everyone can live that. If it's not, I'm not trying to sound like big-headed or anything, but we're trying to do a good job at what we're doing, so that people can enjoy themselves to the utmost level of visiting a performance like that.
Well, it's like for people like me to grew up in early 90s. I was a teenager in the early 90s. It's right here on my wall, man. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. And it brings us... Shirt. Yeah, I got the shirt. Yeah, wore this child's concert, actually,
It's nostalgic, It helps you, but that's the thing with the younger generation now, since it's, Nirvana has become more of a popular figure again. They never really dropped off. You're always hearing them on the radio nonstop. There's never been a year that you didn't hear from them regularly. But now, like I say a lot, like with the Batman, kind of showcasing that one song through the whole movie, and that one, the chording and everything for the guitar part.
That's Nirvana's back, baby. Just from that right there.
And things just happen, in mysterious ways,
Who covers that in Batman? That's a lady is singing that, right?
No, they're the Batman. It was Nirvana from Nevermind. They took that version.
So I'm thinking of another movie where they covered a Nirvana song and it was sung by a lady. What movie? Damn it. Oh shit! Y'all gotta come on.
I don't know.
Am I like making this up?
Maybe.
It's a movie cover for a hero
possible.
movie. I swear. Hold on.
Because if they used it twice,
It's a good thing we have Google.
Yes.
They didn't have Google in '92.
If only there was some way to figure this out.
Maybe if it wasn't the same song. Or you think it's the same song? Because I would
Is
be
it maybe
pretty
like?
bold.
Well, sometimes on soundtracks they don't put the track that was actually in the movie.
Costs.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's like a soundtrack version.
I keep thinking of Lana Del Rey redoing, what was it? Doing Time from Sublime. Which was a really good version of that song, I thought. It was great.
Oh, to hell with it. Let's just watch the Nirvana video again.
Look, this is going to bother me now. This is.
By the way, we're playing at the Poorhouse
July
on
9th.
July 9th. Again, don't forget. Mark your calendars.
Facebook, Instagram.
Wait, will this even
website.
be uploaded by then?
Yeah, this will
okay.
be out this week.
The whole thing was wasted.
Yeah.
Sorry, you missed it. It's 2 weeks.
We gotta go.
Something in the Way was the song, but Follow Cakes Eclair was. Dude, I could have swore.
Ooh.
All right. This is where I need like Joe Rogan's Jamie, so I can still like host and he can look this shit up and I won't look it up. I know there's a female cover song, a Nirvana cover song, and I don't. It's Teen Spirit. That's what it is. She covers Teen Spirit, but it's in a way you've never heard it sung before.
Right. Yeah, I've heard a lot of different renditions.
Yeah. And I could have swore it was in a movie. I know I heard it in a movie. I'm losing my fucking mind.
I heard Smells
here.
Like Teen Spirit in Pan with Hugh Jackman.
No, that's old. This was kind of
recent,
fairly recent, yeah. But yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, I'm all fucked up. I done fucked this up. I'm gonna get us back on track, Brian.
Okay.
Is there like do you watch any Chris Novoselic videos? Is there any mannerisms you picked up from him to help you out?
I do. Like part of this process has been watching a lot of live Nirvana.
Yeah.
Like an excessive amount of live Nirvana, because that's really the difference. Like anyone can really play Nirvana. You know, it's not technically difficult, but really giving the whole Nirvana experience is something that not very many people do well. So there's a lot of studying that goes into the whole process.
Is there anything in particular he does that?
So with Chris, it's you've got to have amazing pants. That's actually.
Can you stand up? Yeah,
Bring 'em on.
Yes, let's see that pants.
See what
Put
you
your
got.
leg up here, Brad.
That's actually the most important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Most people don't pull off these pants.
Yeah.
Most people don't put on those
and
pants.
we're glad they don't
Yeah.
pull them off. We're glad you don't.
Yeah, we're glad you're keeping your pants on.
Yeah.
Normally these pants are on Dave's floor. But
Damn, dude.
the pants are difficult, and like just playing bass that low. Like a lot of people don't take into consideration. You can play almost anything if your instrument is up to your nipples, right? But when you put it below your knee, things get a little more difficult. And so, you know, Chris gets some beef as a bass player, but, you know, part of, you know, having it way strung low and doing the things that he does live is actually challenging. And they're great bass lines when you really break them down.
Well, you killed it, man.
Right, he did.
Yeah, you killed it.
That's
How
where
about-
experience comes into play. You know,
Uh-huh.
people will talk on, you know, whatever, but when you actually do it, if you take the time to actually, doing that every single time, all the time, that's a lot of, and he has the most uncomfortable positioning as a musician for this band because it's changing from what you're used to. And all of us have done that and have adapted to having that look of even the way their instruments are set. Like with him too, he's, you know, well, you can talk about that, but it's same thing, changing, adjusting your instruments, you know, to where they're in a certain place with like cymbals and stuff, and guitar dropping it low.
Well, seeing you back there, like smashing, hair flying, you really look like Dave Grohl, especially like from a distance. You're like, wow, yeah, they got it. Yeah.
It is a big adjustment. Actually, it's a lot of work. Because I mentioned I teach earlier. I kind of teach my students not to play drums like Dave Grohl.
in Nirvana. Yes.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, we got to put this on. So it is like just putting on an
facade,
outfit or a mask or something and just being like, okay, we're going into character. Let's do it.
And it works out great.
How great is Dave Grohl anyway, man? He goes from being a member of probably the best early 90s band, Nirvana, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to the Foo Fighters, which is arguably one of the best rock bands ever, in my opinion.
He's a very continuous musician, for sure.
Yeah.
And this project has made me really appreciate that because of how difficult it is to emulate what he did, what he does.
And that was him naturally, you know?
Yeah.
That was his thing. And, yeah, I agree. Emulating things.
The crazy thing with him is you're like, okay, he had this voice when he played with Nirvana.
Yeah.
And he just never shared it, really. Did he sing on any Nirvana songs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was
Like
that one song where he's, like, playing with the balloon in the beginning? He's like,
It's also
on a plane?
No, it was a B-side track.
Oh.
And it was one of the, of course, the songs didn't get released. But Kurt was playing drums, actually, on it.
Oh.
And Dave was playing guitar and singing, and Chris was on bass. And
I didn't know that.
I'm trying to remember.
I didn't either.
I can't remember it, but it was the beginning of the song. The intro is of them rubbing a blown up balloon, and it's making like. It's strange, man, but that's what Nirvana was strange in every sense of them being the band that they were, and that's what put them in the position to where they ended up. It was different, and for that time. And it kind of it was a change. Some people were hoping for that, and some people were kind of, deterred from it. But
there's another thing, too, just tagging on to we were talking earlier about how people respond to us as a tribute versus how they would respond to the actual band.
Right.
The other thing I feel like Nirvana does, or their music, but it's more of the whole thing. It's not just the music, it's who they were, who they are. It gives people permission also to be messy.
Yes.
Because in every way, like if they just want to freak out and start like acting like they're convulsing or start a mosh pit or break a trash can or whatever. And even in the music, like the imperfection is there. And, it's like they were real big into that. I remember hearing Dave Grohl actually say that at one point. He said...
have a let loose attitude.
He said, he said that imperfection is what rock and roll is all about.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Wow, they had a lot of wisdom between the two of them, Grohl and Cobain. You never really hear that. Even in the documentaries, there's a lot of video of Kurt, like when he was young, like really young, and you get to learn about him, a different side of him. And everybody sees the videos and the unplugged videos, and they really don't know what he was about. But man, he was, I don't want to say troubled, but he just went through a lot of shit.
Right.
But when an artist is great like that, they always have issues.
Well, that was a good.
Always.
I just read something recently about when Kurt went to meet this writer. His name's William Burroughs, and he was his hero, as far as a writer. And he had said, after he visited with him, and he said Kurt was really polite, and you could tell that he was a fan of him. And when he left, he told, I can't remember who it was, the person that was with William, he said, after Kurt left, he said, there's something wrong with that guy. He was like, he frowns for no reason, or no good reason, he said. So that, you learn a lot from that. You knew he was something, a lot of stuff happened. If you watch Montage of Heck, you can really learn a lot about, if you want to go down that road, learn about the individual.
Yeah.
But for me, like after watching that, I had to block it all out because I didn't want to know that person like that, because it would affect the way that, for me it was very influential as a kid, but not being a kid, you don't know about a lot of the adult things that happen. You're just playing your guitar and learning their songs and just working through your teenage years and stuff like that. But then when you finally come across those stories, it's like, damn, man, I wish I could have been around to help you out and get you out of that. You got a lot to offer.
But there's a lot to say too, that if Kurt didn't have his problems like he did, and what happened didn't happen, Foo Fighters might not be around.
True.
So some good did come from that.
Some good did. But I feel like Dave would have preferred, honestly, to continue to be the drummer of Nirvana, because him and Kurt were very close. All of them were very close. And that's cool with this project, too, because we're kind of at that point quickly. It's just very...
Well, I'm sure you have to be. You got to get some kind of bond together.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are tributing Nirvana...
We have to set boundaries.
Especially for this.
But are you and Brian like way too close right now?
We have a safe word.
But one thing I liked is the way the Foo Fighters brought on, like Pat Smear. And I watched another video, it was a documentary, a Foo Fighter documentary. They brought Chris Novoselic back to play bass on one of their albums. I don't remember the song.
Chris.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty awesome to see him in the studio with Dave and Pat and Nirvana reunited, minus Kurt, of course, but that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to see them together on stage again, even if it's like every so often, just seeing them up there again playing together. You see the changes they've gone through, like, personally, but
not gonna lie,
them.
It brings a tear to my eye, man.
Yeah,
it brings a tear to my eye. Not right now, not right now. When
I
see him on
fact check.
Hey, get back behind the computer.
Let me see that. Yeah, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, when you guys started up at High Point, I got goosebumps.
Good.
I got goosebumps, man. I looked at my girlfriend at the time. I was like, wow, okay, shit's going down. My hairs were standing up, and I was like, wow. It was great. Damn.
I know Iris had said something, and I don't know if I can't remember what she said exactly, but it was about Negative Creep, and we were doing that. And he said something like, "Something's gonna happen." after Negative Creep, man. And I was like, I mean, obviously I didn't say anything because we knew what our plan was, but just to deliver that at the end, it's good to know that people expect it, but it's just
I
on
totally
behalf of
didn't.
us. Well,
I didn't. Yeah.
It's going to be hard to recreate that every single show because certain places are kind of like not big enough, I guess, to.
Well, so is there a reason why Negative Creep was your closing song?
Because it's just so freaking crazy.
It's punk.
Yeah.
It's straight up just running up and down the freaking fretboard, just wing, 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 wing. No, there's no like. You don't have to really pay attention to chording or anything. You're just up and down, and then knowing where to hit your stops, and then it's just verse, chorus, and that's it. And then just bust your shit up at the end.
Bust it up. That was
man.
It's also really easy to play on guitars that don't stay in tune.
Exactly.
That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, and it worked out well. It won't always be the closer, but I mean, we're working a lot of stuff into the catalog as we move forward. We've done a lot in a short amount of time, and it's just now with picking up shows and stuff, trying to build the catalog as big as we possibly can, I guess, will help with our set list and change it up a bit.
I just want to throw in real quick, we're not going to be that band that plays the same show every time.
No.
So if you come see us at the Poorhouse, it's going to be a completely different show than you saw at Ziggy's.
Anything you see on video is going to be a completely different.
Except for
random.
you got to play Teen Spirit.
I
mean,
All apologies.
There might be. I mean, the songs might. It's more of just
what's going on stage during the
vibe.
songs. Yes,
It's
yes.
it's not a Nirvana show that we repeat at different venues.
We're not. We're not.
Well,
going
you
through-
don't be like the Counting Crows, okay? Like these motherfuckers, man. So I went to Walnut Creek years ago to see the Counting Crows. Those motherfuckers didn't even sing Mr. Jones.
What?
I was like, are you kidding me? So rumors are, I can't remember the guy's lead singer. I do know it, but I don't right now. But anyway, I heard that he couldn't hit those notes anymore for it. So that's what they were saying.
They need a
on the internet.
disclaimer on the ticket.
Yeah.
We will not be playing.
The CD will not be what you receive at this live performance.
But
just
that
so
would
you
be
know.
that would be the equivalent of going to see Nirvana and them not playing Teen Spirit. I
Yeah.
think it probably would.
And that's the thing too that I just heard from a few people. Like there was the one guy we were talking to, you and I were talking to at Ziggy's, and he had commented, it was nice to hear some of the songs that aren't ever played. Like so, there's avid people that follow it that know the stuff that is off of like Bleach and Incesticide.
Incesticide. Yeah.
It's just
Incesticide that has
Dive. Aaron's favorite song.
That was the one. Yeah.
Oh gosh, they're more personal to me as far as songs, but we won't get into that. But Incesticide had a lot of the stuff that album didn't really pump like Nevermind did. Because when you go into a studio and you sit down and you have like a name-worthy producer, he's gonna turn that record into something that's gonna jump, and grab everyone. So. But I like the fact that, they had like the Bleach and stuff that had cool stuff on there, and it was like the early years of them starting, and that was truly them, untouched.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always good to listen to that and hear it. And then when we go back and do it, every time we play it and we're in the practice room, I'm like, this sounds just like it. It's crazy, and there's not a backing track playing. It feels like I'm playing to a backing track, which is really cool.
So like I'm only know one song off of Incesticide.
Oh
and that's
damn, man!
Sliver. Yeah, that's the number 2.
Yeah, Sliver.
Number
That
2.
was a big one. That was definitely a big one. Let me see what's on there.
So you got Dive, Sliver, Stain, Been a Sun.
We do Been a Sun.
Turn Around, Molly's Lips. What is Molly's Lips about?
We actually do the Incesticide version of Ben and Son.
Been a Sun, yes, yeah. That the more chilled out version.
New Wave Polly, Beeswax, Downer, Mexican Seafood, Hairspray Queen, Aero Zeppelin, Big Long Now, and Aneurysm. Oh, well, Aneurysm. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we do that one. We do Dive, and we do Sliver, and Been a Sun. So only 4 off of that one. But it's, Nevermind is the one that's a little more sought after as far as like live
Well,
performance stuff. But it's
yeah.
cool to throw the way that we're putting things together and learning, trying to learn all the songs, I guess, at this point, you
Yeah.
know, and fill that catalog to the brink so that your set doesn't have to be the same each time, and you'll have different types of fans that are more, you know, devout fans, and then there's fans that just know, like, Smells Like Teen Spirit is the only Nirvana song. So you're going to have to play that, obviously, but it's all fun. It's all fun to play.
Well, my favorite album is the Unplugged album.
Oh, yes.
That
would be cool.
Do you guys got any plans on at least maybe one song in acoustic on the
Maybe.
show? Or
I think
Lake
we
of
briefly
Fire,
talked about
Like a
putting-
fire.
yeah, where did bad
Cherries
boys
on
go?
top.
They die.
Oh my god!
With cherries on top, Lake of Fire, yes. If you're out there, you know what I'm talking about.
Stop. Okay.
You might have to explain this now.
No, do not
No,
explain
come
it.
on.
I can't do that.
You cannot. Okay.
No,
So,
no.
anyway,
After
about
we're
the
done.
music,
Yeah. We're open to some unplugged performances in the future.
we've talked about it. We thought, what if we just, for fun, just put together a show that was the Unplugged show?
Yeah.
Like we just replicate that show, and then any venue that wants that, we could go do it.
Decorate and all, man.
Yeah.
Lilies and candles.
Yeah.
I mean, The Man Who Sold the World, Lake of Fire, Polly Unplugged.
Come As You Are was good.
Yeah.
The whole thing was great.
When the meat pups, we got to get the meat puppets to come out, and
Yeah.
the brothers meet. Yes, bring them out.
And then at the end, you got to say, that was the Meat Puppets. Yeah.
Yes. But that would be a great
Yeah.
show. That was probably their best. I don't want to say live performance, but
Paramount.
Paramount was great, and that was an early. Yeah, Paramount was. If you ever want to watch a video to get a full Nirvana show that really delivers that, it's live at the Paramount. Gosh, it was so
Really?
cool.
Oh.
Yeah,
That was 91.
91. Yep.
Oh, that's one band. I wish, man.
I know.
I wish. My first concert was Soul Asylum, and that was in probably 91 or 92. They played at the Boathouse in Virginia Beach somewhere. I don't even know if the place exists anymore, but I just never got to see them because, I was always here in North Carolina, and
Right.
I didn't fly back then. I didn't have the money for plane tickets, and,
I want some money
Man.
for plane tickets.
right? Well, I mean, you guys keep on doing what you're doing, man. You all might be funded and sponsored, and who knows?
That would be great.
To the viewers, we're also open to funding and sponsoring
Yes.
and money in general. We like money.
And
Yes.
well,
Gratuity is accepted.
We need a GoFundMe for the goats. That's what it is.
We're gonna
Yeah.
start an OnlyFans. Yeah.
I mean, this is a good.
I'm not starting it.
Oh,
You
man.
can sponsor
You
a
would be
bass
the most
player.
requested after.
How many '90s grunge bands are left? Like complete? I think it's only Pearl Jam, right?
Mudhoney's still around.
Mudhoney still
Mudhoney's
around?
Still around. They're
Yeah.
playing. A lot of those bands are still out there. They're just the way that the music industry is now.
Mhm.
What's popular now is not.
It's not.
It's not. It's not what we knew. And
crap.
it's yeah, exactly. It's.
You said it right. Crap. All I listen to is grunge and old rock. That's
but
it.
here's
I
the
don't
thing.
listen to any of the new stuff, so it's not fair. I guess I don't give it a chance.
I was gonna say that's when we were kids listening to this stuff. The people that were older than us were saying the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's
as
a
they
thing-
listen to Elvis.
Exactly.
And,
it's-
yeah.
But I
So-
appreciate Elvis.
Yeah,
I
I do too.
appreciate all that because
Yeah.
it was the start of like real rock,
Mhm.
And if he hadn't done that, then so we need to get more people and musicians out there who appreciate the performance, and then think when you get a critic or something like that.
Mhm.
I always think before I want to critique something, I try purposely not to, because I'm like, if that person's enjoying what they're doing, I don't want to rain on that at all.
Yeah.
So just if it's something that's getting you through something, or just you're having a hard time and you chose that avenue or that band or that music to lift you up, I'm not going to break that. But you'll get the critics and stuff that will jump at you. But like, I don't know. It's just a crazy situation being in a tribute band and having to deal with a lot of things that. But for us, we just discussed that earlier. We don't give a shit. We don't care.
Y'all discussed a lot earlier. Look, this is how
We
a
did.
podcast works, right? You
We-
save it all
Sorry.
in. Like on your drive here, like it was an hour or something like that. Y'all don't even talk. Y'all just sit in the car and just look straight ahead.
We prepared, I guess, content. In that
Yeah, we
way
were
for
hoping
this.
you would just talk for the hour.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want me? I'll just ramble about
So
nothing.
what-
for an hour.
Okay, I have a question. So what is it with the color red?
Yes.
Everything.
everywhere.
For those of you who don't know this,
And blue, and blue.
there's red everywhere. There are a
yeah.
bunch of red cars out there.
Is this
Your
Thor
chair is
related?
red.
Is it what?
Is it Thor related?
You
no,
also have red
it
pants.
is not.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Red
you have red
pants.
shorts. No, so everybody thinks I'm a State fan, and
I
I'm
was
not
gonna-
because I'm a Duke fan,
Okay.
which is royal blue. But I don't know. I just like red. Every vehicle I've ever had has been red.
Everyone.
Well, 90% of them. I actually have a utility trailer out back that's red. I just sold my boat to upgrade to a red boat. So yeah, eventually, yeah. I
This
don't
one's
know.
no good. It's not
He's
red.
just, he's just a man of red.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it. All right.
I mean,
That's
Is
cool.
the next Nirvana podcast on your red boat?
it could be.
With beers and
We-
tequila
Yes.
and stuff like that?
Well, I
We'd
mean,
love to do that. Thanks for asking. Mike.
great. All right. We'll
hey,
do that.
hey, look, man. If you and later on in July, you guys are gonna be busy, probably booked up. I'm having a pig picking here. This is just something I'm having for some friends, small group of friends, and I've actually got 2 guys playing off my deck. You know, if y'all want to come out here with the acoustic, you know, and do a little
Get some candles.
Man That Sold the World, you know, a couple of songs, I'll feed you, make you fat and happy, get you some drinks. But y'all can still come just to hang out. But
Yeah.
you got to look the way you do. So I'm be like, this is Nirvana, everybody.
So we don't have to
Well,
wear red.
You don't have to wear
No.
red.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
I have a red thong.
We'll wear. Oh yeah. All right.
You can only come if you wear that.
I reacted to that strangely
It
quick.
was really fast.
Damn.
Oh, hey.
So what do you guys think? These bands that come back and they have the same instrumentalist but a different singer. You know, like Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, with Journey, of course. But Journey, their damn singer sounds just like Steve Perry. So I mean, but I've seen Stone Temple Pilots with their new singer, and man, it's not my man right here.
It's not.
It's not Scott Weiland. And Alice in Chains, though, I love Lane Staley, but I like that guy too, man.
He did a good
Yeah,
job
he's
coming
on-
in and taking over. You know.
He's real good, man.
He's no Lane, but he
Yeah.
works.
I think Nirvana did the right thing with just ending with
Ending
her.
it, yeah.
You know, like I love Alice in Chains. I love new Alice in Chains, but Alice in Chains without Lane is missing what made me love
yeah.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Nirvana did the right thing with Kurt
Yeah.
stopped, Nirvana's over.
Well,
I see it.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I see like a pattern in just our culture where like if something's good, we keep trying to redo it.
yeah.
How many Spider-Man movies are there
Goodness,
now? It's
yeah,
like
man.
I can't keep track of
Everything's a
three.
sequel to
Yeah.
something.
It's 9,
you know.
yeah.
But it's worse every time.
The best, well, for me, the best sequel that has come out has been the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Just
Oh,
because
Rick, come
everyone
on, man.
was there, man.
That's a thing.
I saw Bill Murray, man.
But it
I was
wasn't,
like,
it wasn't
yeah.
original Ghostbusters.
Ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert here. So if you haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife,
If you haven't seen it yet, you're under a
turn your
rock.
volume down. But the computer-generated
under a rock.
vision of Harold Ramis was pretty tight. That was kind of like sad right
That
there.
was very sad.
That
and then
was,
for Harold.
Yeah.
Man. Well, if this is a spoiler, I'm
I've
sorry.
not seen it. I'm
Yeah.
just
Well,
gonna
son
turn
of a
it
Well,
off.
bitch.
fucking Ryan
I'm
over
currently
here.
being
Well,
spoiled.
I didn't
Well-
know it existed.
I can't mute my volume.
What's cool though is for me, if somebody can spoil a movie per se,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to watch it to really. You could say things that have happened, but I have to watch it, and it totally diminishes what you just spoiled because it's like the feeling you get from it.
Yeah, people can tell me spoilers. I'll still watch it regardless, and it
You
won't
can,
hit me.
yeah.
Now, the best sequel that I've ever seen, man, is super recent. Like that new Top Gun.
Oh yeah.
Top Gun
Gosh.
Maverick is finally.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't seen it
I
either.
haven't seen it yet.
Have you seen the original Top
Yeah.
Gun?
I
Oh, yeah,
only
yeah.
have time to watch Nirvana YouTube videos from 1991 to
That's
1994.
literally 20 hours of my day.
Oh, well, I gotta say, that movie was finally. It was a movie that was produced and made that wasn't like trying to push a political agenda. There was no references to anything in it. It was just. It brought back a lot of one-liners from the first one, a lot of scene replications from the first one. The whole beginning of the movie is like the whole beginning of the movie of the first one.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Oh, you haven't
Did
seen
they
it
play
either?
the music?
No,
Did they
no.
go?
Oh, shit. I'm not going to say anything else because you guys need to watch this movie. And they even brought Val Kilmer in, and Val Kilmer has throat cancer and stuff, so they did a good job of getting him in the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. One of the best.
Yeah.
Best sequels out there, man. Y'all gotta check it out.
Well, that's what's
All
cool
right.
when they replicate it that way and they dig from the originals and not like Ghostbusters is a good example of when they try to make that other one that was totally outside of the franchise. It was just, that was it.
You didn't think that was a little overkill in Ghostbusters Afterlife when they made the mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Mans that were running all around?
I thought that was a little much.
I was like, that's a little much.
If they were gonna do it, they should have had the big dude come back.
Yeah, just bring
As
him.
He was a freaking Spawn. Look at them looking at each other like, what the hell are you guys
Let's talk about the goats.
You freaking nerds.
Oh, wait, so are you a Marvel guy?
I'm both, man. Red Hood.
Red, that's
Yeah,
DC,
that's
but
DC.
yeah.
So Spidey,
Did you see the last Doctor Strange movie?
No, I was going to watch it, but
Yeah.
I usually don't listen to people's reviews about it, but I was like, if I'm hearing that Scarlet Witch is the only, attraction to that movie,
Man,
maybe later.
it was just so cheesy in my book.
Okay,
and then at
so-
the end, they're fighting with music notes. Literal music notes. Like, Doctor Strange takes a sheet of music, takes the notes off of it, and is throwing them at another Doctor Strange.
I hope the C
And
sharp
they're
cuts your head off.
ninja stars. It was just
Oh,
overkill,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Today we spoil all the things.
All the
Yes.
things.
I think they do that with black metal.
Hey, we should say what our
The
set
music, they
list
take
is.
the music notes and they throw them
It
at
was
the crowd
handsome.
when they're playing.
Mhm.
They just grab them and.
Okay, so I won't watch it.
Hey, how about
Goats.
this? How about, what would y'all think about, how, not Bonnaroo, what's that other big music festival in California where they bring
Coachella.
back the illusion, the hologram?
Oh, like Tupac's
Like,
hologram at
yeah.
Coachella?
Coachella, yeah.
Coachella,
What
yeah.
what if they brought a Kurt Cobain hologram back to play with Dave and Chris and Pat?
I
Like,
mean,
in real, that would be pretty fucking awesome.
if
I
they
think.
wanted to do it and
Yeah.
and they could get the sound right, but that would be tough, right?
The Tupac one was incredible. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
I
throw
would
that
watch
out
it.
there. I'd do
I
that
would
for that.
definitely watch it.
You might not be able to do it with live people, though, right? I mean, it would probably just have to be Kurt with the music
Well,
background.
Snoop was there live.
Yeah.
Right.
You could somebody could
Tupac
manifest a way to do that. Like they would just have to know. They'd have to mark the floor and stuff.
I mean, it
where
wouldn't be the
Kurt
same.
would be moving. You
Yeah.
know?
Or they
And-
could project it onto a bodysuit.
But it would be cool.
Right.
That would be awesome. I'd
Yeah.
love to see that.
That would be
pretty cool.
great. That would be awesome. That would be great for. Now is the time. I feel like it is, and it's shown true for us at least that it's, you can start and work hard at something in a short amount of time, but just do things in the right time and know when to take that approach and jump for it. And if people are digging it, I just can't say it more. It's just a good time to.
Well, let's check out your guys' websites here. So it looks like you guys, here we go, events, Nirvana with Applied Science, a tribute to 311. You guys are going to be at the Poorhouse. We talked about that earlier. Saturday, July the 9th at 9 o'clock. $10 in advance, $12 at the door. I'll see you guys there, I'm pretty sure. And we got Nirvana with Sick Man, Alice in Chains tribute. Oh, wow, okay. At the Roar Bra. Where is this place? That's August 13th at 8. Winston-Salem. What else we got? Fallapalooza. What's this all about? Is this like a festival or
man.
something?
You
Sort
knows
of.
more about that. You know more about that. You talk about that one.
Nice
Well,
house.
this came to us from a band called Glide that is a STP tribute out of South Carolina. And they needed another act for their show. They already had Siamese Dream, which is a Smashing Pumpkins tribute, and they did this, I think, the first time last year, and I think they almost sold out. So they wanted to make it bigger this year and add another band. So that's why they called us. But that's Ice House Amphitheater.
Yeah, Ice House Amphitheater. Yeah, big venue
In Lexington, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a neat
Sliding
place.
String, gates open. Awesome, man. So, y'all got 3 coming up?
Yeah, and there's more in the works.
Yeah.
Lots more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you had to get a passport too, huh? Just in
Yeah,
case there's like some international
I do.
travel.
These
yeah.
guys, I think, are already prepared. I'm in the process of getting a meeting so that I can, you have to do the whole post office thing and meet with somebody.
It's a pain in the ass, bro.
So start now, just in case, because it takes a while to get it. So I've never had a reason to have a passport. I've never been on a vacation in my life. So it's...
I need one. Definitely need one.
Yeah, I'll
Going on a cruise in a couple of months, man. I can't wait.
that might be a possibility.
It's a Carnival cruise, though, so I don't know. That bitch might catch on fire. Y'all seen that one video of that guy? He's walking, goes, I woke up this morning, I'm on Carnival Cruise, and y'all look at this shit. Y'all think this is okay? And he looks up, and that damn engine's on fire.
Wow.
I can't figure out if that is a real video or not, but damn. You can't tell if anything's real on the internet anymore,
true.
man. Well, look, man, I want to thank you guys for coming. It was an honor to have you guys in studio, and I can't wait to see you guys out again. Rick, Aaron, Brian, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Nirvani. Check them out. Go to their website. It is, let me see if I can see it, the NirvanaTribute.com. Is that right?
The Nirvana Tribute. .com.
Yes.
Dot condom. Did you say dot condom?
This was a very
I
different.
did not say
condom.
condom.
Dot condom.
Condom. It'll get you there.
Yeah.
You'll just
All right, guys.
you'll be safe.
This is Mike. Y'all take it easy. Peace. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodness.